Honorable Self, Representative of the Ministry of Tourism, Mr. Owusu Mensah, my great friend, the representative of the Director of Alliance Francaise and the French Embassy, Honorable Freddie Annan, who have honored tonight, and we're honored to have you in our presence all the way from UK, great promoter of Ghana Music UK. We thank you for joining us. Mr. Mwakohine and the entire Scratch Studio team, my Vice President of the Musicians Union of Ghana, able President, Mr. Bessa Simons, and other executives of the Musicians Union of Ghana, Greater Accra Chairman, Treasurer, distinguished ladies and gentlemen from the media, our sponsors, fellow musicians, all protocol observed. On behalf of the National Executive Committee and the National Executive Council of the Musicians Union of Ghana, I'd like to express my gratitude to all of you and show our appreciation for joining us here this evening as we once again launch the Ghana Music Week Festival, which has been a journey we've been embarking on since the last 4 years. This is our 5th year since we started Music Week, and we've come this far to constantly be having this activity and growing it from strength to strength. The objectives why the Musicians Union of Ghana set up the Ghana Music Week Festival has over the years not changed much, because we believe strongly in our vision, and we want to ensure that with the Ghana Music Week we are able to achieve these objectives that I'll go ahead to share with you today. One of our core objectives for organizing the Ghana Music Week Festival is to create a platform to bring all players of the music industry together for the participation of stakeholders, the media, policymakers, where we all come together under one umbrella to find appropriate ways to grow the music industry. Again, one of the key objectives of the Music Week is to recognize and promote the importance of the value of music of all forms. And that's why we protect the musical heritage and tradition of Ghanaian music very much as part of the Ghana Music Week Festival. Another key reason why we organize the Ghana Music Week Festival is to connect the Ghanaian music industry to the global African music industry and the entire global industry all over the world. And that's why you have seen over the last 2 years, like Bosco mentioned, the Music Week Festival has moved outside the shores of Ghana, where we've had launches of the Music Week in China, in Australia, where we featured Stonebwoy. In China, we featured Joy B. In the USA, where we featured other cultural troops, and the likes of Papi Kwejo, Edem, Gasmela, who are musicians who I believe some are here today, who will be sharing their experiences whilst on the Music Week tour. Just recently in December, we promoted the likes of EL and Kaki, and then other Ghanaian artists who've represented Ghana at the Indigo Club in UK, where we also launched the Ghana Music Week. We believe strongly that through the efforts of Ghana Music Week, we can continue putting energy behind the music of Ghana, the musical identity of Ghana, and we will put our music out there in the world. One of our key reasons, again, that we organize the Music Week is to effectively use the local talent that we have as music or musicians to create a new festival which Ghana has yearned for. You all will agree with me that Ghana has not, for the long time that you can think of, had any festival that you would call a music festival that is registered on the international music calendar. I believe strongly that other festival organizers like Alliance Francaise, like the organizers of Chalewote, they've all been trying their best to also put Ghana on the festival market. But the Music Week is a long, week-long activity which puts emphasis and lays emphasis on the promotion and the projecting of music and using music as a key tool to promote tourism, which is why each year since the inception of Music Week, our themes are always geared towards the promotion of tourism. The Musicians Union of Ghana is therefore inviting corporate Ghana, institutions, government, and other bodies that believe in the power of music. Because again, through our KPMG document, it has been clear that music is a core element that when given attention, it can propel our nation into great growth as part of the growth of cultural industries all over the world. Last year, the Ghana Music Week was launched at Midem in France with support from Scratch Studios and the Ministry of Tourism. And I'd like, ladies and gentlemen, to acknowledge the presence of the chairman of Scratch Studios and its management. We thank you for the support and the continuous collaboration. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, members of the Diplomatic Corps, today we are launching Ghana Music Week Festival 2017. And I'm happy that after creating the Ghana Music Week brand together with my executive in the year 2012, we are through to 2017 and we are still growing the Ghana Music Week brand. We will kickstart the activities of the Ghana Music Week this year, and we will make sure it coincides with Ghana's Diamond Jubilee celebration. And I was happy yesterday when the Independence Days Ghana 60 Planning Committee were outdoored. They should know that we are coming to knock at their doors. There can't be celebration without music, and MUSIGA is poised to play a key role in Ghana's independence celebration with the Ghana Music Week Festival. Our activities this year will begin from the 5th to the 12th of March. But of course, like we do all the time, before the 5th, there will be activities that you would also hear about. This year, one of the key projects that the Music Week has been pushing for the last 4 years that we really hope to drum home this year would be the Ghana Music Day. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members from the media, please, when you go back to your radio stations, TV stations, and even newspapers, tell your editors, tell your program managers that this year, together with the Ministry of Tourism, the 3rd of March will be declared as Ghana Music Day. And on this day, we expect all media, radio, TV, and even nightclubs to concentrate just on the playing of Ghanaian music. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this would also be live on TV, where we would bring musicians to dazzle your screens and tell you more about the importance of patronizing Ghanaian music so that we can push our music ahead of all the other music forms that are competing with our local content. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this year, as part of the Music Week, we will be hosting the Ghana Music Business Seminar under the theme, Talk Music Business, the West African Experience. I think West Africa boasts of great musical content and a great music industry. Ghana plays a key role in it. We want to ensure that Ghana doesn't just play a key role, but plays a leadership role in such an endeavor. And so we'll be focusing on the Ghana music business, the West African experience, and we'll be having great giants in the music industry around Africa participating in this music in business seminar. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, last year we introduced one activity as part of the Music Week, and it was a great activity. Now, this activity that we introduced was the International Music Expo, which we attached to our Ghana Music Honors event. This year, we are calling it the International Music Concert and Honors. This day is a day in the Music Week that we bring musicians from around the world to come and experience Ghanaian music and also share their culture with Ghanaians. Ladies and gentlemen, from the last International Music Expo, we've created collaborations with so many musicians. There's an American musician called Kim Poe who participated in the International Music Expo last year, and she had further on invited groups from Ghana to participate in her musical works in the US. And this year, she's participating once again in the International Music Expo with 15 musicians from the USA. And she will also be launching the Teaching Artists Institute chapter in Ghana as part of her activities. I think the International Music Expo is exploring and pushing Ghanaian music and musicians to another fold. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this year, as you heard from Josephine, the representative of the French Embassy will be sponsoring some musicians Francophone musicians, some from the southern, the western coastline, Ivory Coast, Benin, and a musician also from France to participate in International Music Expo. We've already had good words from the Italian embassy, from the Chinese embassy, and then the Indian embassy. So I believe strongly that the International Music Expo this year is going to be wow. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to crown our activities of the Music Week this year, we are doing something that we've always tried to do in bits and pieces, but this year we want to put it all at one place. We are doing what we call the festival, which is going to be a 3-day exhibition, concerts, music exploration. Everything music will be set up at the Independence Square. Participants who have participated in some of our Music Week activities have seen, we've had exhibitions at the National Theatre, we've had exhibitions on the street. This year, we are taking all these exhibitions of different creative industry products to the Independence Square, where when you enter the Independence Square is going to be turned into a musical village. So you will get shops where you can buy music equipment, you can buy music CDs to listen to, you can also get mobile phones, products that you can use to listen to music. Everything connected to the music industry will be brought to a central place at the Independence Square, where we will participate in what we call the festival. We will bring pubs, clubs, so the Plus 233 will come to the Independence Square. So many nightclubs will be represented at the Independence Square, and we will call it the Music Village, and this is what we call the festival as part of the Ghana Music Week Festival this year, 2017. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as part of our efforts to promote professionalism and improve the standards of the music industry in Ghana, many of you are aware that the Musicians Union of Ghana is collaborating with the National Film and Television Institute, NAFTI, to present the MUSIGA Academy, which is a certificate course. And I'm happy to tell you that the Musicians Union of Ghana is available to present and offer some scholarship for some musicians who are interested in offering this degree program at the National Film and Television Institute. We all know that knowledge, we say, is power. And the more we educate ourselves in the music industry, the better and faster our industry will grow. As part of our wage and industry standardization efforts again this year, the Musicians Union of Ghana this year will be releasing a list of the top 100 acts in the music industry. And this will be accompanied by a grading system and a minimum wage structure for performances, which will be reviewed every year. You all will remember that every year for some time we've always been having reviewing and the wage standardization as part of our speeches. Finally, the union have come up with an office which is monitoring the standards. And this office, ladies and gentlemen, the union has appointed Richard Mensah, who is called Richie. As unfortunately, Richie couldn't join us today because he's not feeling well. But Richie has been appointed as the Director of Music and Industry Standards to work with our newly established Membership and Business Development Office to ensure that this project of wage standardization is sustainable. It's about time that musicians are paid the right fares and remuneration for the job they do. And we believe strongly that with standardized minimum wages, people would understand where they could work from and plan appropriately. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to further ensure compensation for our musicians and members, the Musicians Union of Ghana is calling on the Ghana Music Rights Organization, GAMRO, to be proactive in ensuring that the login system that we've always been talking about, and I know they are working on it with GEBA, but we just want them to work faster so that this login will happen, so that musicians who are enjoying massive airplay around this time would also benefit from their royalties.